primers, it's Nova Rose, the beauty nerd here, and today I thought I would do just a little bit of a quick, or try and do a quick intro. Today's video is going to be a shop my stash video. I've been kind of thinking about doing one of these videos for a while. Ignore my appearance, I know I look raggedy as hell, but I've been wanting to do one of these videos for a little bit, and I decided to just finally do one. Yeah, let me know if you like this type of video, if you want to see more, because while I don't have like the biggest collection of makeup, I have like a good amount of makeup that sometimes some products I forget about. So this was just kind of fun to kind of go through and like pick out products that I haven't used in a while, or like newer that I haven't quite tried yet. But yeah, let me know what you think, and we'll go ahead and just shop my stash. Alright, so I guess we'll start over here because this is kind of where my foundations and powders and primers are at. I think for primer, I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is just the original one. Haven't used this in a hot minute, so we'll go ahead and use that. I'm gonna put them in this little basket. For foundation, let's see. Let's go with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I also have not used this in a hot minute. It's not focusing, but that's fine. Ignore the stars on my hands. I decided to stamp my hands with the ColourPop stamps, and unfortunately they do stain, so just FYI. But I wanted to do it for a look that, I don't know when it's going to be posted, but it should be up on Instagram eventually. For concealer, like, this is like a good question because I use, same with like cream contour, is I use all of these like interchangeably. I have this e.l.f. one that I bought recently that's in a lighter shade than my other one because I used it up. We can give this one a go. Yes, try this one out. I like this concealer. I like the hydrating one from e.l.f. This is a hydrating camo. This is in Fair Warm. Powder. So I finally used up the Ben Nye one that I was wanting to use up, but I have the Anastasia, the Laura Mercier that I recently re-put into my collection because I found out that Laura Mercier is cruelty-free now, so, but I think I'm going to go for the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I also have not used this in a minute. I think we'll go ahead and move on to eyeshadow now. Let's see, let's pull this out. We'll focus on this drawer. And I think, you know what, I think I want to go in with the, if I can get it out. This is the Kimchi Chic 2 Queens 1 Desert palette. I haven't really touched this since I used it for the full face of like first impression, or the first impression that I did on it. So let's go ahead and use that. Close this up. Ooh. So next we'll go ahead and pick a highlighter. Let's see, it's a good question. I think I'll pick like a cream one to start out with, something that I haven't used. Let's go with this one. This is On the Cusp from the Kathleen Lights X ColourPop collection. This used to be like one of my favorites. It still is, but like Flexitarian has kind of taken over that role. But we'll go ahead and use this as a cream highlighter. I think I want to pick something from, I want to use like a highlighter palette, so I'll go ahead and close this drawer. Go up to the blush and single eyeshadow drawer, and this is bronzer contouring as well. Blush. Let's see, is this one the one I want? Yeah, this is Foxy from ColourPop. I think we'll go in with that one. I haven't used it in a hot minute as well. For contour and bronzer, I have like three bronzers, and then this is my contouring thing, and then I have contour palettes. Oh, I'll pick out a bronzer that I haven't used in a while. We'll go ahead and in with this one. This is the Revolution one. And for like contour, I don't know, because like I use this one quite often, but these two ones right here are bronzer. Sorry for the bad camera work. I don't know, that's a good question. Because the problem is I use this one and I use my other two contouring palettes very interchangeably. I guess we'll go in with this one just to contour, because I don't try and keep my like bronzers and stuff down low, but it is what it is. And there's nothing in this drawer except for eyeliners. I guess we can go in with kind of like a colored liner for the waterline. Any that I feel like? Let's go with this. Like, I want to figure out how to utilize this. This is the NYX Epic Ink Epic Wear Waterproof Yellow Liner. I bought this and I haven't used it yet, so let's go ahead and use it. I realized that I didn't pick out a contour stick, but again, I use these four so interchangeably. Let's go ahead and use this one. This is the NYX Wonder Stick in Universal, light medium. Okay, now we're up with the highlighter palette. So yeah, these are my two contour palettes that I was talking about that I use quite interchangeably. Kind of want to go in with this. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use this. I haven't used it in a little bit. So, then we go to lipsticks. That's a good question, because I have to pick a lipstick that kind of goes with the orangey likeness of the whole kind of look. I don't really use these too often, so maybe I should pick one of these. There's a couple of really cute orangey colors. It's a good question. Then I have these, which I don't get too much in these. What does this one look like? This is Sweet Nectar from Milani. It's a very pretty bright orange. That could be an option. And then we have, this is Empress, also by Milani. This is a darker kind of orange. Maybe I'll take both of them, and when we get finished with the look, then I'll pick, to kind of give myself like two options. Alright, let's go on to setting spray. I'm in my PJs, ignore me. So, this is what this looks like. This has like my taller stuff in it. I used this recently. I use this all the time. This is like an essence mist, so I'm not going to use that. Go ahead and use this one. This is the Calming Facial Prime and Setting Mist. Hibiscus, Cucumber, and Fresh Rose Water by Giovanni. So, go ahead and use that. Okay, let's pick out a mascara. I have all four of these are open, which is really, really bad. Let's go ahead and we'll go in with the Melt one. I use these very interchangeably, except for like the purple mascara. This one, for, you know, kind of reasons. Turn that around. Do we want to go in with a lip gloss? Yeah, let's do that, because I don't really use this too often. Let's go for like one that kind of matches. It's that one. Sunset Strip. Oh, we got Glass Lip. This is one of my favorites. Alexandria. That's Alexandra. Oops. This is Citrine. Let's go with that. Why not? And here we go. This is my box of products that I'm going to use on my face. So here's the thing. It's actually been like a couple of days since I filmed the shopping my stash portion. I got really busy for whatever reason, but I still had the products in a basket, so they've been sitting on my vanity. I'm sorry, I'm like not in a good place right now, like just in general, in physical space. I'm fine mentally, more or less. I also turned off my skincare fridge that's like right by my camera. I don't know if that's going to help the sound at all. Unfortunately, I don't have a mic and I don't have really a way to connect a mic to my camera. So I'm sorry if it's crappy audio. I feel like I've talked about this before, but. So I don't know if I showed this in my actual like shopping my stash. But I decided to go with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I've been using the JC Cosmetics one very recently and like for a lot, so might as well pop back to this. If you hear anything, it's my chair, I'm scooting around. But yeah, and I also want to kind of use this up since I'm almost done with this. I do have a smaller one, but it's okay. So I went in and just did this eye to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with the eye. So we have this. I did my eyebrows, I concealed underneath and all that fun jazz. So as I said, I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a tad. So as I said, I'm gonna go ahead in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. Just I need a little bit more on this tiny sponge. It's almost like 4 o'clock here, and I got home from work a couple hours ago, and I just have not been doing anything since, which is weird. So just kind of spreading that on. So go ahead and use my handy dandy Scotch tape. And I'm knocking everything over. It's fine. So the palette that you guys saw that I chose is this one right here. It looks like this. I really wanted to play with the orangey tones, so we're gonna kind of concentrate more on this part of the palette. So I'm gonna start out with a combination of Mud Mask and Redlands, and just kind of start patting that along the outer edge of my eye and blending it through the crease and up. Once it's kind of blended, I'm gonna go in, same brush, and I'm gonna use Mariposa right here, and a little bit of Muka and Highland Avenue. I'm not sure if that's how you say that. It's just a combination of these three. And just blend that along the top of the orange. Probably see the eyebrow stubble, that's fine. Take a little bit more of Mud Mask and Redlands and just kind of like blend the edge. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go into Cactus. And I'm going to take that as a brow bone highlight. Next, I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer and carve out the like the front half of the crease, and then kind of just a line going that way. So go ahead and do that. And I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer that we picked out. Is sketched out, I'm gonna go in with that shade Cactus again and just put it on there. now that that is on, I'm gonna take a little bit of Mud Mask and Redlands again. Same brush as I used with the cactus color, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of try and blend the edge so it's not like, especially along here, I don't want it to be like too harsh. You catch my drift. So there we go, kind of like that. Next we will go in with eyeliner. I'm gonna go in with my Epic Ink, kind of do a similar wing to this. Okay, so this is, the eyes are pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean off the underside of my eyeballs, the underside of my, like under my cheeks, or on my cheeks, where the fallout has gone, with a cotton round. I say that, I didn't even, I'm good. Next, before mascara, I'm gonna put on some primer. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've not used this in a little bit, so I figured I should use it. I'm almost like, I've hit pan on it, so I'm just gonna take a little bit and kind of place it on my face. I don't like necessarily use primers too much anymore because I don't know, I just don't find that they really do anything for me, like especially like more pore filling ones like this one. I just don't find that it does anything, you know. I find, yeah, I don't find that it does anything. I just will use like a moisturizer or an illuminating primer. Oh, let me push it in a little bit. Nope, that's out. Hi, friends. Okay, so for mascara, we're gonna go in with the Beetlejuice Mix and Melt one. This is a pretty good mascara. It's not like my favorite. Like, I'm not really a fan of high-end mascaras. I go for Essence Lash Princess, which is cheap. But it's definitely not a bad mascara. Yeah, the one reminds me definitely of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which I have not used in a while because I kind of stopped supporting Too Faced when, you know, the whole JS and Too Faced debacle went down, and I just haven't bought from them because I don't find their products all that exciting. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, and this is in 160C. Again, I haven't used this foundation in a tad bit, but I don't know, mostly because I've been going for more lighter coverage stuff. So I'm going to go in as I usually do and take a concealer brush and just go over my eyebrows and then do my regular foundation routine. for concealer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in Fair Warm. I'm going to go in with the NYX Contour Wonder Stick, and this is in light medium, and I'm just going to go in with the contour side and do a little cream contouring. Alright, and then I'm going to go blend it out. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I think this is in like light. I haven't used this. I think I kind of remember why I don't use it that often, because it's so difficult to get out. Just gonna go in and set the places that I normally set. So under the eyes, the chin, and the sides of the nose. Cream highlight, it's gonna be this one. Maybe a little bit dark, but I think if I use it sparingly, it should be fine. If you're wondering why the filming of this is a little bit strange in some parts, I am filming TikTok, so go check out my TikTok. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and in with these two to contour and bronze. I don't know why I opened the bronzer first when I normally just do a line. Then I take my bronzer brush, go in with this, and bronze my face up. I'm gonna go in with blush. I'm gonna be using this beautiful orangey color. Woo! This blush is powdery. Ooh. Wow. Okay. It's gonna be fun. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the lash line. I'm going to take a combination of Redlands and Mud Mask and just kind of sweep that underneath the lash line. Okay. And then I'm just going to take, too many things in my hand, I'm just going to take Mariposa and just kind of smoke that bottom edge out. I'm just gonna go in with Cactus. I'm gonna do something to my lower lash line. Go ahead and do this to the other eye. Just felt like adding something to it, because honestly I don't love simple looks. I love clowny looks, I guess. this ColourPop black gel liner and just do my waterline to kind of just meld the triangles with my eye. So, eyes are finally done. Yay! My hands are like covered in who knows what. For highlight, I picked out the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia palette. It has a whole bunch of beautiful colors. I kind of want to go in for Daydream because it's orange. So maybe we'll do that, and a little bit of Forever Lit, which is the white color. But we'll go ahead and do that. I think we're just gonna go in and just kind of dot it and make little polka dots on my cheeks, like little yellow freckles. Go in and add some black little dots too. Spray. I'm gonna go in with the Giovanni Facial Prime and Setting Mist. So now we're gonna move on to lips, and if you don't recall, I did pick out two options. If you don't recall, literally, it's like, so in this lighting they kind of look the same. I just almost dropped them. Go ahead and just swatch. So this one is Sweet Nectar. I think my hay fever is coming up because I'm like sniffing. And this is Empress. So Empress is a little bit more ready. Why don't we just mix them? Why not? I'm gonna put Empress on first. No, I'm gonna put Sweet Nectar on first. Yeah. Put a little bit of Empress on the center. And then I'm going to add the gloss. Just maybe to the center, kind of. Is my completed Shop My Stash look. This was fun, to be honest, to be able to go like in and grab products that I haven't used in a while and pull them out and use them and see how much I still liked them or if I still liked them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that little bell icon to get my post notifications. My social medias will be listed down in the description box below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Stay beautiful. Bye.